Clearly this general election, if nothing else, offers two distinct political offers, two different worldviews really, two different visions of the good life. You've got, on the one hand, Theresa May, xenophobe, racist, Home Secretary, and we had the racist van on the streets of Britain, cravens the powerful, only out there for the 1%, will never, ever, ever put more money in your pocket. She's out there for the millionaires, not for the millions. On the other hand, Jeremy Corbyn, socialist, committed to bringing energy, rail, back into public ownership, cheaper public services, better housing. You want to get on the mortgage ladder? This guy's for you. You want better pay at work? This guy's for you. You want better NHS services, shorter waiting lists? This guy's for you. So two very distinct offers, okay? And by the way, with May, I get why other people vote for her, because if you aren't the 1%, she also appeals to the most base instincts of human nature. And then there are the other guys. You might remember them, the Liberal Democrats. That's right. They used to have lots of MPs, not so much anymore. The Liberal Democrats, the Progressives, the Radical Centre, the 48%, the party of Remain. Well, you've probably seen their leader on TV screens the last few days, Tim Farron. Who hasn't heard of Tim Farron? You know, the guy who thinks that all homosexuality is sin and that gay people are like fishes and frogs and that they might be cured by some treatment. Well, put Tim to one side too, because he's an idiot. He'll be in the dustbin of history soon enough, and general elections are bigger than just one person. Okay, fine. So we won't judge the Lib Dems by the leader. Let's judge them on, I don't know, the 5 years they had in government between 2010 and 2015. You know, when they propped up the Tories and implemented austerity? That's why they're so keen to talk about the EU and Article 50 after all, is because they've got nothing to say on anything else. So I'm going to outline some key areas where they were absolutely degenerate in government not that long ago. Number one, they tripled tuition fees, okay? Previous to the 2010 general election, they said they would eliminate tuition fees. You wouldn't have to pay to go to university, they said. And then they go into government and they increase tuition fees, not by 10%, not by 20%, not 30%, 300%. 300%, unforgivable, unforgivable. Number two, they cut taxes for the very wealthiest in society and for hedge funds. So not only did they not want you to get on, to be better educated, you can earn more money, get a better job, they're also wanting to make life easier for the very wealthiest in society. Number three, guess what? Kind of links in with that, they increased VAT. They increased VAT, and this is the tax that whether you earn £5 an hour, or nothing in fact, or whether you earn £1,005 an hour, you pay the same rate of VAT. It's the most regressive tax to increase. It hits the poorest the hardest. They voted for it to increase. Then they changed the electoral register. So basically, those registered to vote had a new system to engage with. About 1 million people were basically struck off the system. Voted disenfranchisement, effectively. Who gets disenfranchised? Well, it's the same people that are affected negatively by VAT going up. It's the poor. It's ethnic minorities, the most transient communities out there. So you tell me what's so woke about Nick Clegg and Tim Farron and Vince Cable when they're looking out for the rich, they're pissing on the poor, and they're increasing taxes for the millions and they're cutting taxes for the millionaires. Doesn't make much sense to me. Then there's the introduction of means testing for child benefit. Child benefit. They introduced means testing for child benefit. Now, I'm not going to go into the benefits of universalism, right? How good it is, how important it is. It builds consent for welfare systems, and actually, we know statistically, scientifically, it brings down inequality. It increases social mobility. They did something against that. They wanted means testing for child benefit, okay? So, voter disenfranchisement, means testing, cutting taxes for the rich, increasing taxes for the poor, but it doesn't stop there. It does not stop there. There was the bedroom tax. You remember that? That hit the poorest the hardest once more. They were there, nodding there like little Chinese cats. They were up for it. So you tell me what's so woke about the yellow Tories, because I'm still yet to hear anything that confirms that. Anything. Is there any surprise given all that? Given the fact they went down from 50-something MPs to 8 or 9, who cares? It's the Lib Dems. Given they went down from like 6-point-something million votes to 2-point-something million votes? Is it any surprise that they were so craven to the Tories, that they were really yellow Tories, that they're now so eager to focus on 48%, the EU, Article 50? No, it's totally unsurprising. I would expect it from people who have nothing else to offer you when it comes to getting on the housing ladder, when it comes to your expensive rent, when it comes to energy bills being too high, when it comes to childcare for your kid, when it comes to university qualifications being too much, when it comes to you not having enough money in your back pocket at the end of the week. They've got nothing to offer on any of these things. So don't you dare call them progressive. They're anything but. They're Tories who say nice words and nice things but don't mean them, and they cross their fingers. And you know what? If you vote for them and they get enough seats and it's a hung parliament, they'll back a Conservative government just like they did in 2010. If you vote for them, I hold you responsible for that.